Hey, Brian Jones here again. I am getting ready to cut some more rot out of the 61 Comet here. Let me show you this. Actually, I'll come back to that. This floor is pretty rusty. No doubt the cowl was leaking, and who knows where else water was coming in. This car probably had rubber mats originally, and you know how those go. Water in, water not out until it starts draining through the holes it creates in the floorboard. But anyway, somebody had already cut this out. It had a really thin gauge galvanized steel pop riveted in. You can still see remnants of the pop rivets there. Where is it? Some of them right there. Same thing with that side over there, only they had a thicker gauge steel. The rear floor pans in this thing are pretty solid. I think I can just descale them, but I don't know if you can see this right here. Right there. Big, huge mound. They bottomed this car out on a few things. I'm going to straighten the floorboards out. My plan for tonight is to cut out the front floorboards areas. By the way, I have this thing that I fabbed up a while ago, and I'm going to use it. It's pretty thick gauge. You know, stamp those furrows in there. Using a hammer and I rounded the ends on I think it was about a 3/8 nail, huge nail shaft, and I made kind of a jig for it with two 3/4 by 3/4 bits of angle iron mounted in wood next to each other for just kind of a jig to hammer those furrows down into. But I think the jig that I built is okay, but I'm going to take apart my 12-ton hydraulic press pipe bender and kind of make it more of a universal thing, and then I'll use a press next time, and I'm going to make some feet and everything. I'm going to start fabbing up some things to start kind of get some sheet metal shop action going. But this is a pretty heavy gauge. I can't tell you right offhand what gauge it is, but I'm probably going to end up trimming the left side. I'm not sure where I'm going to splice in here. This is kind of odd. It's got these factory access panels right here. I'm not sure if I'm going to come over this way or I'm going to descale it and kind of see what I've got here. But you can see that this next panel that starts right across there and goes up, it's pretty shot. I mean, it's just wasted. I'm gonna have to probably take it up to about somewhere. I'm gonna get it on both sides of it here, descale it. That's what I'm determining right now. And obviously this whole edge right here, I find my hand, oh there it is. This whole edge is coming off the rocker panel. In fact, let me show you this while I'm at it. You got to be careful walking through this car right now, because from cutting the roof off, there are all kinds of really dangerous elbow jabbing sharp areas here. Oh yeah, there's some more right there. Youch. Live dangerously. Anyway, down here, they're actually cut for the toe kick areas. As you can see, there's a different angle. I assume it's the same. Now these are a little bit short because I actually had started a project, a roadster project, probably about 8 years ago. Maybe it was 10. I had a 60 Falcon two-door sedan, and I already had these in there. And Falcon is a little bit shorter, I think. Maybe the wheelbase is the same. We'll find out. But I think I already set these up there, and they're not. But what happens is I'm going to weld those beams I just showed you. They're going right on the inside edge of the rocker panel. So back in here, I'm going to have to cut. I'm planning on cutting into this tonight because I'm real curious. I've got to figure out how I'm going to weld those rocker supports in and connect them with the heavier gauge steel of this unibody. So then I'm going to run, there's going to be some bracing going side to side right about here, which is typical of the Fords. They go underneath the seat section with some really heavy stuff. Personally, I think they overbuild the late 63 to 65 Falcon, Comet, probably Mustang 2 convertibles. They make that Mustang also convertibles. That put a lot of extra metal in there. It might be overkill, but I'm going to kind of look at their design, and you know, I can always add more to it later. I'm not going to be putting an interior in this thing right away, so I'll just kind of see where the flex is once I get it out on the road. Anyway, I guess that's about it for right now. I'm going to get cutting here.